When you trim your hair grows faster. Hello everyone, it's your girl, the one and only Afrolic. And you know what it is? You know the vibe, you know what's popping, you know that anytime I come on here, I'm always here to give you the gist, I'm always here to give you the tea. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. Today I'm going to show you how I trim my hair. It's a little bit different from the way I've been seeing a lot of people trim their hair. So I decided to show you guys how I trim my hair. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I trim my hair, and I contemplated on sharing this information because I know a lot of people do not like to do things that are different from the norm. But I mean, why not? My channel is here to share my natural hair journey with you. So I'm just going to put this information out, and I hope that somebody learns something. And if you don't like it, I don't know. One of the misconceptions when it comes to trimming of hair is that when you trim your hair grows faster. That's a really bad misconception because your hair grows from your scalp and you trim your hair from the ends. So how does trimming your hair from the ends make your hair that grows from your scalp to grow fast? The math is not mathing. It's not adding up. I know a lot of people say that to encourage people to trim their hair and all of that, but that's a misconception. Trimming your hair does not make your hair grow faster. What happens when you trim your hair is that you take out all the tangles, the knots, the split end and all of that. When you take out the tangles and the knots and all of that, whenever you detangle your hair or you work with your hair, it reduces breakage. And we know that when breakage is reduced, you're able to retain length. When you're able to retain length, then in quotes, your hair grows faster. There's a difference between growing your hair and retaining length, but that would be a topic for another day. Another misconception is that there are products that can repair split end. My darling, let me tell you something. No product can repair split end. The ends are already split, so just let it go. Now people always talk about split ends, and the end of your hair is this part of your hair, like the end. So people talk about split end a lot, but one thing I've noticed is that your hair can actually split around the shaft. So people talk about split end all the time, but nobody really talks about the split along the shaft. And that is why I prefer my method of trimming, because it does not only focus on the ends of your hair, but it just focuses on the length of your hair, the full length of your hair. That is why I prefer my own method of trimming, and that is why I want to show you this method. And if you like this method, you can decide to use this method of trimming your hair. So now I'm going to show you how I actually trim my hair versus how other people trim their hair. I'm just going to put all of this hair away. So most times I like to trim my hair after a wash day, because I believe that is when my hair is at its healthiest, it's moisturized and all of that. So I would not mistake dry hair for damaged hair. But this video has been on my mind to make, and I've been restless, so I decided to make this video now that I feel like making it. I was going to wait until my next wash day, but I was just like, just do it now. So what I'm going to do is to spritz my hair with water. But again, like I said, I usually trim my hair after my wash day. So just assume that this is my wash day. Then I'll massage. Although this is not the same as trimming my hair after my wash day, but I just want you to get the general picture of what I'm talking about. So let's assume this is my hair after my wash day. After I have shampooed and conditioned my hair is fresh and there's no product on my hair. Now what a lot of people do is that most times some people brush through their hair. So I'm just going to show you. Some people just brush through their hair from the ends down to the roots. So when they've done that, they just use their fingers, both of these fingers, and they just go hold their hair like this. And then when they get towards the end of it, they trim. This is what some people do. Again, they brush through their hair, use their fingers, go through their hair like so, fluff the ends out, and then they trim their hair. So what I do is, I learned this from Natural Nika on Instagram. I'm going to leave a handle linked in the description. So what she calls this is the search and destroy method. So what this means is that you're going to search for tangles, you're going to search for knots, you're going to search for split end and all of that, and then you cut it away, you destroy it. Yeah, so I like to do this after my wash day. Then I just take out a tiny section of hair and then I search. I would inspect my hair. This takes a lot of time, but I prefer to do this. I cannot find any knots or split end right now, and it's advisable that you do this against the light. Light would penetrate through your hair. You can see each strand carefully. Another reason why it is good to do this search and destroy method rather than trimming your hair from the ends is the fact that our hair is at different lengths and at different stages of its cycle. So as some of your hair might belong to this point, some could actually be at this length. I don't know if you can see this, but I have some hair strands that actually ends here, this part of my hair, and then the other part of my hair ends here. So what if this part of my hair that ends here have like split end and tangles? Trimming from the ends will mean that I will not be able to get the tangles, the split ends from this hair with shorter lengths. Do you see why I prefer this method? There are other people that trim their hair this way. They would brush out their hair, they will put it in twists, they will then go ahead to trim out. I don't mind trimming my hair just to show you guys. So you see about an inch of hair, and then that's how they trim their hair. Unlike the other method where you would trim your hair maybe twice in a year, this method requires you to constantly check your hair. That is why I like this method, because you're constantly checking for the health of your hair. You're constantly checking if your hair has tangles, if your hair has split end and all of that. This section has no split end because I think in my last wash day, which was 2 weeks ago, I actually did inspect my hair and took out the knots and the tangles and all of that. After I inspect my hair, I'm going to use this oil from Nubia Nature. I'm also wearing the shirt Nubia Nature. It's a black owned business by a really lovely set of people. I really love them. I went to their hair shrine, like a hair salon, but it's a really beautiful space, so you can check them. Their handle will be in the description box. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I'm going to take this oil, take a little bit of that, rub it between my palm, and then just apply that to my hair, and then put my hair in a twist. I started this trimming method not too long ago, so I do not know how possible it would be for people with shorter hair, but for my own hair I can actually like see the length of my hair. That is why I advise that you should do it in front of a mirror, so you can like see what you're doing, or ask someone else to do it for you. But if you can't do it yourself, I would advise that you go to a professional to get your hair trimmed, especially if you're the kind of person that really cares about the shape of your hair. I noticed that when I was trimming my hair by myself, I trimmed my hair by myself for over 4 years. It was this year I got my hair trimmed by a professional. So when I was trimming my hair by myself, I noticed that my hair did not have a shape to it. It was just uneven. And that's not a big deal, honestly, but if you're about that aesthetic of having your hair have a round shape, or you know, whatever shape that you desire, I would advise that you go to a professional to get your hair trimmed. Do not be afraid of trimming your hair. There are a lot of people who are afraid of trimming their hair. They're like, oh, my hair will not grow, my hair will not do this. Like I said earlier, growth and retaining length are two different things. There are also people that like to trim their hair when it is blow dried. Personally, I don't know if I buy into that, but there are professionals that trim one's hair when it is straightened, blow dried, or whatever, and then there are professionals that can trim your hair when it is coily. So it all depends on what you want. Like I would always say that there is no set rule when it comes to natural hair. It all depends on how you want to take care of your hair and the methods that you're comfortable with doing. Or what I do is to share my opinions with you, share what I do to my hair with you. Then it is left for you to decide what you want to do to your hair. I'm not saying this is the only method to trim your hair or this is the best method to trim your hair, but this is the best method for me to trim my hair. You can do the method that you like, that is fine. The important thing is that you're getting all of the tangles and knots out of your hair, and your ends are healthy, and you're able to retain length and just able to enjoy your hair. I plan on creating a video on how to twist your hair and how two-strand twist actually helps me to grow my hair. I don't know when that video will be out, so if you want to see that information, do make sure to get subscribed to my channel. Like, you know, I always bring you the tea. I always bring it to you the way it is. I bring it to you the way it is. So do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to take out time now to trim the other section of my hair. So thank you for watching this video. If you're not yet subscribed, do subscribe to the channel, become a part of the family. Give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, do all of that good stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.